Hey, 수진님. Hi. How are ya? How are you tonight? 샤니님. It's good to see you guys. Hey, 체리님. How are you doing? How are ya? Clap님. Sona. 자장나무님. He's gonna sleep. You know, you really should. You probably don't get enough sleep. Your kids fell asleep early today? That's great. My kids fell asleep late today. Oh, no, wait, what is this? There's something wrong. Oh, wait, hold on a second. There's something wrong with this. I think it could be because of this. Put my kids to bed early night. Weather is getting cold. Yes, definitely. Yep. Weather is definitely getting much colder. It's getting chilly. How are you doing? I'm doing all right. How are you? I'm actually glad it's getting colder because I was getting worried because it's already November and it was barely feeling cool. I'm still kind of worried because when I checked the forecast said that next week, next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the temperature will go up to 18, 19 degrees. And that's way too warm, right? It's way too warm for November. Why is this wrong? Oh. Don't you think so? That's way too warm for November. 수족 냉증 영어로 어떻게 하냐고 물어보니까 GPT가 cold hands and feet라고 하는데 맞나요? I guess so. I don't really know. I'm not very familiar with medical terms. But you know, 수족 냉증, if you think about that term, 수족 냉증, 수족, the hands and feet, 냉증 is just cold, right? So is that a medical condition or is that just a symptom? I guess that depends on whether it's whether 수족 냉증 is a medical condition or just a symptom. I guess it depends. To me, it just sounds like a symptom. It's not like a medical condition. But I guess it depends, huh? You must take the heat harder than the cold weather. I think most people do nowadays, especially when you consider the humidity. That comes with the heat. I think summer this year, the summer we had this year, I think the summer we had this year changed a lot of people's minds. Do you guys agree? Because I think the humidity that we had during the summer this year, it was on another level compared to before. I, for one, used to think, I used to believe that I preferred summer over winter. But now, like this year, it completely changed my mind. Because the humidity that came with the heat, this year, it was really tough. It was really, really tough. And so, I've changed my mind about what I prefer. I think now I have to say, as much as I hate cold weather, and shoveling snow, I think I have to say that I prefer winter. Yeah, a lot of people. I think it has. I think it has changed a lot of people's minds. I'd been waiting for the cold weather during the summer, but when it's got cold, I missed the warm weather. That's because it's not going to be hot and humid again, and so you're just naturally wishing it, right? Because the problem we have right now is the cold weather, the cold and dry weather. But if we really could choose, one or the other, I think a lot of people are going to choose winter. Because the humidity, I don't know. The humidity is actually the heat and the humidity, it's life-threatening, don't you think? Don't you think it's life-threatening? I guess both are life-threatening. The cold weather and the heat, I guess they're both life-threatening. Like literally, they both kill people, right? So I was wondering if I could ask about the name of the subtitle tool you were using. Sure. The subtitle tool that I'm using is called it's an OBS plugin. I hope you know what an OBS plugin is. It's an OBS plugin called Closed Captioning via Google Speech to Text. Here, let me actually give you the exact name. Wait, can I? I may have deleted it from... Okay, it's deleted from my downloads folder. Let me see if I can... find it. let me see if I can find it in my OBS folder. Program files, OBS Studio, OBS plugins, 64-bit. No, I just have the DLL file. Anyway, when you can search it, you can do a search online, and you just have to search for OBS closed captioning. That's it, and it's the first thing that comes up. OBS closed captioning plugin. You see, it's this one right here. This one right here. Closed captioning via Google Speech. Oh, Google Speech Recognition. It's this one right here. So you have to download that, unzip it, and there will be a DLL file. You copy and paste it, or you move that file into your OBS plugins folder in the 64-bit folder. And then you have to go to OBS and set it up. I think human beings are a very weak existence compared to nature. Well, of course, yeah. You're right about that. You are absolutely right about that. Couldn't agree with you more. What kind of tea are you taking? I am sipping on some ginger honey tea. How about you? Are you drinking some tea right now? No problem. Sam is AI mode. I do feel like I just got up. I took my dogs to 2 different places today, and then I got back. It was kind of cold out there, and I was out there shivering a little bit. And then we came back. My wife and I had a huge meal because we had kind of skipped breakfast. Oh yeah, we skipped breakfast. No. My wife made breakfast this morning. Okay, never mind. Anyway, so we had this huge late lunch, and then we both felt really, really drowsy and tired, and so we were watching. Oh, someone recommended, like I think it was yesterday, someone recommended that show on Netflix. What's that called? Physical Asia. And it was there. We didn't have anything better to watch, so we thought we would just give it a try while we ate, and it was kind of entertaining. And so we watched I think like 2 episodes or 3 episodes, and then we fell asleep in the living room. We all fell asleep together in the living room, like the whole family, the dogs, my wife and I. And I just got up. As much as I hate cold weather and shoveling snow, I think I have to say I prefer winter. Did you sleep well last night? Last night, I guess I did sleep well. I just didn't get enough sleep, or at least I don't feel like I got enough sleep. I did sleep well, but just didn't get enough sleep. I think I got about 4 or 5 hours of sleep. When I was much younger, this was more than enough. Sometimes I would sleep 4 or 5 hours every other day. And but nowadays I just can't keep up. I heard ginger warms up your body temperature and strength your immune strengthen. It strengthens your immune system. Strengthen is the word you're looking for. Did you have the cold chicken after the stream? Well, I just put it in the microwave for like 30 seconds and it was warm again. It was really, really good. It was not just chicken. My wife had made something really, really special. It was a combination of chicken, cabbage. Cabbage is really good, and tuna, and what else? There was I think there were a couple of fried eggs in there, and it was just a really very, very hearty late night meal, and it was really, really good. That and some olives. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, and some cheese. Some what kind of cheese? You know, the kind of cheese that you usually find on a pizza. The what? Mozzarella? Is it mozzarella cheese? I guess it's mozzarella cheese. Originally, the climate here used to be 3 days cold and 4 days warm in winter, but due to global warming, it's all changed. Yeah, it has, hasn't it? I don't know if it was in my dream, but I think I read an article where... Nah, I should go check again. I'm not sure. Maybe it was... Never mind. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Is it this? No, it's an empty one. Yeah. After the stream, I'll probably go downstairs and take it. It's just one pill that I have to take. Yeah, hearty late night meal. I just went on a quick trip to the convenience store. Okay. I just went on a quick trip to the convenience store. This is actually wrong. When you're talking about going to the convenience store, it should be I just made a quick trip to the convenience store. So going on a trip, right? When you're using the word go and you say go on a trip, then you're usually going on a trip, not like a convenience store, but like outside the city, Paris, Azerbaijan, places like that. But if you're just going to the convenience store, you would say I made a quick trip. You made a quick trip to somewhere like the convenience store. I'll say hi on Discord so you know I'm still just made a quick okay. So and I blame myself so bad that I bring my neck warmer. Oh. Yeah, neck warmer. A neck warmer. What does that look like? Is that like a gator? Like a neck gator? Here, let me see. Neck gator. No, it's a neck gator. Oh, it's a neck. Okay, never. I got the spelling wrong. Neck gator. You talking about one of these? One of these neck gators? Looks like one of those. Okay. Let's call it neck gator를 안 챙겨가는 실수를 해버렸어. Do you guys know how to say this? 뭐뭐뭐 하는 실수를 하다? There's a phrase in English. Now, of course, you could say just like 골드키위님 said, you could say I regretted. But there is a way to say this. In case you don't know. Oh yeah, sure, you could do that. But it's different, right? It's a little bit different. I think it's different. Because when you say I forgot to, it means you were planning to, but you forgot, right? But in this case, the person decided not to. The person decided not to. She probably thought, it's just a quick trip. and it's probably not that cold outside. So I guess I'll just not take my neck gaiter with me. And so that was a decision, but it was a mistake, right? Right, JC. Yeah, that's right. So in this kind of case, we would say I made the mistake of not taking my neck gaiter with me. Wow, I didn't realize. I always thought that it was gator. It was Gator. I always thought it was Gator. I never knew it was this spelling. I always assumed that the gator in neck gaiter was related to, or let's say has something to do with alligators. But now that I'm thinking about it, like, why would that have anything to do with alligators, right? I get, because I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, make the mistake of. You've never heard of neck gaiter? Yeah, I totally thought it was it was that gator, but it turned out it's. Wait, is this wrong? How do you spell alligator? Wait a minute. No, how do you spell alligator? Isn't it this? Oh, alligators. No? I thought this was right. Oh. Right. Sorry about that. Oh, is it I? What? That looks so weird. Why does that look so weird? Am I still half asleep? Really? This is the right spelling? Alligator or alligator? The correct spelling is alligator. Since when? That's an excellent follow-up question. No, it's not. It's a dumb question. The correct spelling of alligator has been the standard form for centuries. Yeah. Well, that made me look really stupid. But mine has buttons on it. Oh, okay. Because I don't want to mess my hair. Oh, so you don't you don't put your head through it. You actually just put it around your neck. I see. Okay, kind of like a neck collar. No, it's because this is Google Gemini and I'm not even logged in. And so it's just treating me like, it's just behaving like a very, very typical AI chatbot, and it's just treating me like a very, very, just some random general person. Of course, that is who I am. But if I were to use ChatGPT, it would give me a very different response. I guess it's one of the things that happens with English that almost never happens in Korean. Like in Korean, you almost never not know how to spell something or how to read something, right? But it's just a very common thing in English. Very, very common. Gemini helps a lot at work. Oh yeah? Making good use of make very good use of Gemini at work. It's really helpful. Okay. Are you a big fan of rock music? Sure. Well, yeah, generally. Like, if you were to ask me what is my favorite genre of music, I would probably say rock. But that doesn't mean I only listen to rock, because that's what a lot of people think. When I say I love rock music, it's my favorite genre, people often think that's the only thing I listen to, but it's not. How often do we even say alligator now? I don't know. I guess we don't. But like, yeah, we don't really say that a lot, but then we don't really spell it out like this. It's even a lot less common, right? The neck gaiter is a non-negotiable in winter, especially for someone like me who lives where it can hit minus 30 degrees on a good day. What? Where are you? Are you in where minus 30? Are you in Antarctica or something? I am off on Mondays, like a 종교에 left out. Okay. English doesn't have spelling rules. And a lot of the words are inherited from other languages, right? I think that's another reason. And then they localize it. They just spell it however they want to. Do you have a favorite artist? Do I have a favorite artist? No, I don't. Well, oh, you mean like a music like a musician? You mean in terms of music? I guess there are various types of artists, and if you are referring to a music artist, my favorite? No, I don't have a favorite. I just enjoy a wide variety. I make very good use of 안 들어가나요? No, 네, 안 들어가요. So make very good use of something means to 잘 활용하다. That's what it means. 잘 활용한다. 잘 활용한다. And 잘 활용하다, you can't really count it, right? Like 잘 활용을 한 번 하다, 두 번 하다. If you're referring to, even if you're talking about specific cases, specific use cases, even if you're talking about specific use cases, they don't add an there's no I can't distinguish crocodile and alligator yet. Yeah, me neither. English is inherited from a lot of different countries. Ask ChatGPT. Yeah, you probably should. What's the difference between crocodiles and alligators? $1 million question? Why is this $1 million question? Okay, snout shape. Okay, so there's a difference. I'm not going to read all this because I'm lazy. There's a difference in the shape of the snout, 주둥이 모양, and there's the difference in the teeth, the jawline, and the habitat, like where they live, color, and temperament, like personality. Really, that's how they distinguish it? Huh. Okay. While both are large, formidable reptiles belonging to the order Crocodilia, there are several key differences that distinguish alligators from true crocodiles. Here's a breakdown of the main. Okay, so they just look different and they just behave different and live in different places. Okay. I thought they had like a genetic distinction somehow on a gene level, on a DNA level. I guess not. I think crocodiles look more bulky. Oh, okay. I think the reason that English has become a lingua franca, I don't know what a lingua franca is to have comparatively easier to have. You mean, is that they have comparatively easier grammatical system compared to other European language? For example, English has no gender. Yeah, that could be one of the... But I don't think just because one language is grammatically easier to pick, for learners, it just becomes a more dominant language. You're talking about like a dominant language worldwide, right? I don't think. Well, maybe, but I guess that could have something to do with it, but I don't think that determines it. Have something to do with it. Determines it. I put good use of your anxiety to prepare things in advance. I would probably say I mean if you were to force that expression to talk about your anxiety, because it doesn't sound that natural, but if you were to force it, you could say I put my anxiety to good use by preparing for things in advance. Or I guess I would probably say something like my anxiety becomes an advantage sometimes. Because it forces me to prepare for things in advance. I don't know. I think this approach sounds a bit better. Hey Choi, what's up? How you doing? How's your weekend? Speaking of alligators, I stumbled upon an article the other day. Talking about a Florida man who was arrested for trying to get an alligator drunk. Oh my gosh. Yep. That's what they do in Florida, don't they? That's how they I guess they call that a Friday night. That reminds me of that song. You guys know that song? Joy to the World. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Was a good friend of mine. I never really understood a word he said, but I helped him drink his wine. I think the lyric says he helped him drink his wine. I think the song was written when the person was absolutely like just completely drunk. It was just Florida man being Florida man. Oh wait. I'm not sure how strong the word force sounds exactly in daily life. That's not important. If it, you can say, sometimes I have to force myself to fall asleep. It doesn't always mean like 강요하다 or 강제로. Sometimes it's just like 억지로, right? So it depends on how you use it in a sentence. How could he have made the alligator get drunk? See, that's why he tried to get one drunk. I don't think he said, I mean, or there are some people in the world I've seen in like YouTube videos where they actually have these small alligators as pets. Maybe he was trying to get his pet alligator to get drunk. Feel drowsy already? Why does cold weather always feel like it wears me out? Because it does. It tenses you up, right? It stiffens up your muscles. Your body gets really tense when you're out in the cold weather. It's just a natural response. And I think that can kind of, it's physically very exhausting. Especially if you spent all day out in the cold. You would come back in when you're sitting in a warm room for a little bit, and yeah, getting drowsy is just a natural thing, I think. Don't you have any days off? You see, that's the difficult thing for me, because I work alone. So, and I make my own hours. I decide when I work, how I work, what I do. Everything. So yeah. So it's just up to me. Totally up to me. Well, this is kind of my day off, right? Yeah, I guess technically you could say that I'm working right now, but we're not focusing on anything specific. We're just here chatting, so I don't feel like I'm working right now. That's the dream, right? Working, doing something as a job that doesn't feel like working, right? What about this? I have to force myself to sleep early. You mean go to bed early? Not sleep, but go to bed early? Or fall asleep early? Take them to a bar. Now you're speaking their language. Force myself to eat less, because we spend our energy to sustain our body temperature to certain to maintain our temperature, right? Make my own hours. Yeah, so he makes his own hours. This is basically like saying he decides when and how long he works. I have a twitch in my eyelids a bit severely because of the sudden cold weather. I don't think I've heard of eye twitching being caused by cold weather. It could be like, I don't know. Have you been eating well lately? Could be that, or I guess it could be caused by the cold weather. Not day off, but play hooky. I think Christmas season is already starting in the US and Europe from yesterday. Yeah, because that's what the business want you to do. Is the businesses, they want you to quickly move on to the next holiday to celebrate, so that you're ready to buy products, right, associated with those holidays. That's how it is. And I think the businesses do a very good job of it seems like it's the people who are getting excited about the holidays, right? But from what I've heard, the businesses have a lot to do with how consumers feel and at which point they start preparing for the holidays. Sustain? No, I think sustain is also correct. A mother has to force her son to eat like not only broccoli but veggies in general, right? Kids tend not to like vegetables, and parents. A lot of parents have trouble getting them to eat them. Sometimes I have to force myself to jump into conversation in English. Like magnesium, I don't know. I'm putting my babies down. It takes almost 2 or 3 hours every day. If it takes 2 or 3 hours, I mean, is that a normal thing? Is it normal for a baby to, not fall asleep for 2 or 3 hours? Or could it mean that it's not time for them to go to bed? I don't know. I don't know anything about babies or putting kids to bed. But for adults, if it takes 2 or 3 hours for you to fall asleep, it probably means that you're either addicted to caffeine, like your caffeine is still affecting you, or it's not time for you to go to bed, or you should probably get up and do something else instead of trying to force yourself to fall asleep, because I heard that's really unhealthy. At least for adults. I don't know anything about babies. I heard from the American show yesterday, the season for Mariah Carey has come back. Yeah. All she has to do is record some new songs about Christmas, and she's all set for the next 10 or 15 years, right? I used to force myself to push into bed. My eyes wouldn't have budged. I used to have eye twitch too. Now it's gone since I started to cut back on caffeine. The doctor said I had low 역치. How do you say this? I don't know what 역치 is. What is 역치? What is 역치? 역치는 여러 분야에서 사용되는 용어로 어떤 현상이나 반응을 일으키는 데 필요한 최소한의 값 또는 한계치를 의미합니다. Threshold? Oh, threshold. It's like how much you can take, how much your body can handle something. Is that what it is? I think it's threshold. You're talking about threshold? Like how much your body can take? I see. Oh, you have a low tolerance level for caffeine. I guess that's what it means. Your body has a low tolerance level for caffeine. I think, I don't know why, but when we are talking about, I think in this context, we don't say threshold, we say tolerance. Not threshold. I think it's tolerance. Yeah, low tolerance level for caffeine. When we're talking about... never mind. I don't want to talk to AI. My son was exactly like that, and it really drained me back then. Oh, your son? It took him like 2-3 hours to fall asleep? Son was exactly like that when he was little. Took him 2 to 3 hours to fall asleep. Nowadays, a lot of businesses are doing a good job of capitalizing on holidays. Well, it's not just nowadays, right? They have been doing that for a very long time. Well, this is quite tough, but as far as I know, many children tend not to go to sleep. Huh? You mean like at all? They seem pretty annoyed, but never go to sleep. JC, you have 0 tolerance for caffeine? Really? Okay, Ikenim has 0 tolerance for any violence. Huh. Interesting. And yet you still show up for every horror game night. Although I guess we didn't have a lot of violence in those games. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Pretty much. Like, you know, you should never... And it's not just it's not just an idealist way of thinking. I think like resorting to violence should never happen, right? Yeah, in real life. Duh. I think the Korean expression 억지로 먹지 마 is corresponding to the English expression don't force yourself to eat it. Yeah. Or even simpler, you could say you don't have to eat it. You know, you don't have to eat it. I think I should close the window. Usually they say that by telling people to eat slowly, like don't eat so fast. And sure, you could say, hey, you know, make sure you chew your food, but they don't. If I were to tell someone to do that, if I wanted to tell someone to do that, I would tell them like roughly 2 things. I would say, you know, don't eat so fast. Take your time. And I would, instead of telling them to chew their food, I would just make a comment saying, "Hey, don't eat so fast. Take your time. You're barely chewing." That's what I would say. That's what I would say. I would say, "Hey, you're barely even chewing your food. Take your time." That's probably what I would say. So you could say it in a very similar way. It's just not in the same approach. You don't take the same approach. Instead of saying please chew your food, I would probably say you're barely chewing your food, you know, take your time, don't eat so fast. The word either reminds me of this song called Let's Call the Whole Thing Off. Have you heard of it? Let's call it... No, I don't think I've heard of it. The title, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of it sounds like the kind of song that you might the kind of title that you might see on like a Taylor Swift album or something. 안 쓰는 줄 알았는데 디킨스 책 번역 본 Dickens? Okay, I don't know what that song is. Where's the red caps? Aren't you gonna wear your red hat anymore? I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I usually don't plan for those type of things. Taurine? Instead of caffeine? Okay, I don't even know what taurine is. Did you hear about that new Grand Museum that just opened in Egypt? No. Apparently it would take you like 70 days to see everything in there because they've got around 50,000 artifacts on display. Whew, sounds like one really exhausting museum. It even beats Louvre in terms of how many pieces they have. Sounds like a really exhausting museum. 입에 먹던 거 제발 삼켜라. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's something like that's one of the things you tell your son, right? Like your baby. Yeah, you just say swallow. You've chewed enough. Swallow, please. 많이 드세요. 꼭꼭 씹어 먹어. I don't think they say things like, yeah, that's they. Well, I mean, you always have to expect that they will say things differently. It's not that they don't say. Well, there are a lot of things that they don't say. Did you know they don't say 안녕하세요? They don't say that. Because 안녕하세요 means are you well? They don't say that. So what you need to always remember is, yeah, we're all humans, okay? And we communicate in very similar ways, but it's just the way we do it is different, okay? So artifacts usually means things that were discovered, usually from underground. It could be like a dish. It could be like a carving, like a sculpture. But an art piece is usually something that an artist makes, right? So it's by George Gershwin. The lyrics are like, you say potato, I say potato. Call the whole thing off. It sounds like a fun little song. Have it as much as you. Oh, like 양껏 드세요, that. I'll probably say so if I really wanted to say that, I would probably say make sure you get enough. I'll probably say make sure you get enough. Or I'll say, hey, we have enough for everybody. So yeah, enjoy. We have enough for everybody. Or like we have enough for seconds or thirds. That means we you know, if you're done with whatever's on your plate, yeah, we have enough for a second or a third. So I think you should walk your dogs at the daytime from now on. That's what we've been doing. We've been taking them out. Actually, we've been taking them out around 9 or 10 in the morning and then coming back around like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. One of the things I like about winter and the fall season, of course, although we don't really get a lot of fall season nowadays, is that we don't have to go out late at night. Because that is usually the case throughout the entirety of summer. Like all summer long, we have to take them out at night. And I hate that because you can barely see anything, right? 유물. Yeah, that's what it is. Do you know what turn on the bee means? 비켜. Did you just come up with that? Oh, really? Okay, I don't know what's causing the buffering because everything looks good on my end. Seconds or thirds. I think they use it in the plural form. Like you might hear like when you're watching like in a movie or like in like a TV show or something, when you're watching like a group of people eating at a table at someone's home, right? Obviously, not at a restaurant. And you might hear someone say, like the host or the hostess of that dinner, you might hear them saying something like, did anybody want seconds? Did anyone want... No, did anybody want seconds? I think they usually use it in the plural form. Oh, relic! Yeah, relic. I'm not really sure what the difference between artifact and relic is. Do you think the current expression tokingekin? I have no idea what that is. Can we correspond? I have no idea what tokingekin is. I think American is allergic to everything, so they usually not recommend food to each other. No, plenty of people, you know, they offer food. They offer each other food. It's just, I guess they're just, I don't know, maybe, I think it's just a cultural thing. In Korea, people just consider sharing food to be a more special thing, and a kind of a way to... It's a kind of a social statement. It's one of the ways to actually socialize, sharing food, offering food. I think that's what it is. It's a cultural thing. I thought you picked it up from where you picked it up from last night. Picked up what? Did you just come up with that? Oh, you're talking about Sona님's joke? I don't have hay? What? Help yourself? 초대했을 때 보통 help yourself? Seconds, thirds. Yeah. Well, you know, okay, so I mentioned seconds and thirds because we were talking about 많이 드세요, right? Help yourself is a little bit different. It's not necessarily like 많이. You're not really talking about eat a lot. It just means you choose whatever you just, feel free. Feel free to have whatever you want and how much you want. I don't know. And I noticed that every time we stream on the toddler channel, we keep seeing everyone's IDs instead of their nicknames. I guess I'll have to go into the settings and check if there's anything that's been changed. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing. It's probably a cultural thing. You're allergic to chicken? My gosh. That's not an allergy, that's a curse. I heard some people say that, what the hell, allergic to chicken? You serious like that? Felt a little frustrated. Well, yeah, I mean, sure. It's unbelievable. I think this is the first time I've ever heard someone being allergic to chicken. And that must be very frustrating. That must be extremely frustrating. I can't even imagine that. Allergic to chicken. I doubt it. I doubt it. If anything, I think it could get. I think it could actually get worse. Only chicken or birds? Oh, that's a good question. Only chicken or all poultry? All poultry animals like ducks. What else are there? Chicken. Sorry to hear that. You can't eat crispy chicken. Yeah. I mean, if she could, or he could have duck, I guess that's... Why don't they have fried ducks? I've never heard of fried ducks like fried chicken. Only chicken. What about eggs? I'm curious. Eggs are okay? Quail? Quail? Is that guang? Oh, right. Turkey. Yeah, turkey. I think sharing food and passing a glass around has tended to be avoided since the pandemic period in Korea. You mean they don't do that anymore? Really? Just one pandemic and we kind of lose touch with one of our longest standing, deeply rooted customs? Really? That's hard to believe. I think ducks are already too oily. They have too much grease, but it's the good kind, right? It's the good kind. I heard the grease that you find in ducks are the good kind, the ones that don't stack up in your body. I made sure to get a notification, but why didn't I get one now? Hey, you're here. You're not late for anything. We're just chatting here. Andy, welcome. It's good to see you again. I think especially on Toddler Channel, our names don't show. I know. I swear I didn't touch anything. I didn't change anything in the settings, so it's a mystery to me why this is only happening on the Toddler Channel. I noticed that too. Yeah, on the main... Like these last few... Like for the last 3 or 4 streams, it's been like this. Every time we stream on the Toddler Channel, we keep seeing everyone's IDs instead of their nicknames. I'm guessing there's been some sort of change in the settings for some reason. I don't know, maybe I got hacked. Who knows, right? My family except me is eating late night yashik. Oh, yeah? What are they having? What are they having? Maybe you should join them. Yeah, I heard it's the good kind of fat. As far as I know, this is called YouTube Handle, and it's randomly tested. Oh, okay, Monjanim. All right, thanks for that. Why would they need to test this, though? Why would they need to test this? Like, how much can they learn from this? What about Beijing duck? Is that fried? I don't know. I've never had Beijing duck. I've never had Beijing duck. Is it because I've never been to Beijing? Whenever I try foreign food, like it could be like Thai food, it could be any, like, you know, Turkish or anything like that, French. There's always this question in my head asking, is this close to what you can find in their country? Like, you know, I guess I often eat Thai food. Who doesn't, right? We all love Thai food. But then every place you go to, the food tastes kind of different, right? They have their own style. And there's always this question in my head that's asking, like, I wonder which one is actually closer to the Thai food that you can have in Thailand. I guess this is I guess I'll never really know until I actually go to Thailand, right? Udon 계란밥? Ooh, okay. You should probably stay away from that. Doesn't sound very good. Doesn't sound very good, right, guys? Today I got the flu. You got a flu shot? Okay, good for you. All right. So does that make you temporarily sick, actually? Does that actually make you sick? Me neither. Wish I tried one, though. It's bad for health. You mean the udon 계란밥? Yeah, that's just like loads of carb. Yeah, loads of carb. Actually, I had those kind of questions. Sounds good, and that's bad. Oh, if it sounds good, it means it's usually bad. Like late at night, don't you guys crave like those really those strong junk foods like tteokbokki? There's this place in my neighborhood called 악마 떡볶이. I think I know why they called it 악마 떡볶이. Isn't Beijing duck kind of roasted in an oven? I have no idea. Hey Towanim, what's up? When I was young, Christmas was one of the biggest holidays in Korea, but I can't guess why the vibes of Christmas season is getting disappeared in Korea. I see. I missed the Christmas season vibes in the 80s. I guess people just don't have that sort of emotional availability as much as they used to. You know what I mean? That's my guess. Got a ginger shot. What? No, you didn't. Now that I think about it, that is roasted. Oh, it is. Not fried. Okay. Honestly, I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. It's roasted and not fried. Honestly, I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Beijing duck is 장작불구이? Oh, it's barbecued. It's roasted in wood fire? Yeah, that does sound tasty. Didn't you like tteokbokki? I guess I don't mind it. I mean, but it's not the type of food that I like look for. I never crave it, really. I mean, if it's in front of me, I would eat it and I would enjoy it. But it's not something that I just randomly crave, right? There are types of food that I randomly crave every now and then, but not tteokbokki. Thanks to you, my own mokpur, I crave for beef jerky. All of my beef jerky right now is in my office. If I had my beef jerky here, I probably would be eating some right now. 볶음 udon? Ugh, okay. That sounds really, really fattening. No? Doesn't it sound really, really fattening? Probably not as much as tteokbokki, but it still sounds really fat. Like the udon is like all carbs, and 볶음 is probably, I don't know, it probably increases the amount of calorie. Ginger shot is one of the real beauty shots. So ginger shots are supposed to make you more beautiful. Do you actually believe that? I think it's a gimmick. Yeah, sure. Ask whatever you want. I'm craving 불닭 yakisoba flavor. Wow, so specific. Wow, so specific. Wait. 불닭 yakisoba flavor? Wait. Are you talking about a yakisoba that is 불닭 flavor or 불닭 볶음면 yakisoba flavor? Which is it? Gotta go get my meds again tomorrow. I love where I live and it's off the grid. Oh, perfect for a nature guy like me, but man, taking a 2-hour bus ride just... Oh, Countryman Kimnim, are you the dude that plays like multiple musical instruments? You shared a video of yourself playing, I think it was the violin and the guitar on Discord. Are you the guy? I think they are different, definitely different from each other between roasted and fried. Yeah, of course, of course. I guess it really depends on how it's fried and how it's roasted, because you can find some fried foods that don't use a lot of flour or a lot of like coating, and those can kind of seem like they're, sometimes I get a fried chicken from some place that I don't often order from, and I get the chicken and I'm thinking, is this really fried or is it like oven baked or roasted? Sometimes I really can't tell the difference. I suddenly got curious about something personal. May I? Yeah, sure. You speak English so well. Have you lived in an English-speaking country? Yes, when I was little. About 6 years. Between like 88 and 89 and 88. I think obviously I don't have the memory because I was so little. But based on what I've been told, I think my family moved to the US in 1988 or 89. I'm not really sure. And then we came back in 94. So I've been in Korea ever since 1994. Do you guys remember 1994? The 90s? What would you not give to go back to the 90s, right? Before all this social media. Before the time everyone was glued to their phones. When people actually cared about each other, right? Not having to know everything that's going on in every corner of the world. And just focusing on the people around you. Don't you miss those days? You mentioned Thai food. I kind of crave for symptom, which is spicy papaya salad. Yeah, symptom is good, isn't it? It has like a real strong taste to it, but I really like it, yeah. Interesting, and happy beef jerky. Happy beef jerky. I love tteokbokki too. I'll come here often. Okay. What kind of, where do you usually get your tteokbokki? But that's the gem. 불나지 않을까요? Interesting 찾아? What? Jay Park drinks a lemon ginger shot every morning and he looks young. I think people who look really good for their age, sure, I mean, they could be doing a lot of stuff to keep that up. But I think, in my opinion, even when they try to tell people what they do to look so young, I feel like it's just luck. People are just lucky. You have such an... Oh, thank you. I had 불닭 ramen soup today. It was so good. 불닭 ramen. Oh, 불닭볶음면? Okay. It was so good. I really need to lose some weight though. The 불닭볶음 ramen, it's not gonna make you fat. As long as you don't have 2 or 3 a day, right? And as long as you don't eat too much, I guess. It really depends on what you eat for the other meals. 불닭볶음면 has yakisoba flavor. Okay, so that's what you were talking about. I thought maybe you were talking about the yakisoba food that's been flavored to taste like 불닭볶음면, but that's not what you were saying. Okay. Oh, it was Kim In-sun-님 that was playing. Oh, okay. I see. All right. Yeah. Have you ever tried Korean traditional tteokbokki seasoned by not chili paste, but soy sauce with beef like bulgogi? I don't think so. Although I do think that I've tried bulgogi and I found a few pieces of rice cakes in that. I don't know if that's the same thing. Tteokbokki was the expensive food only enjoyed by royal family and so only enjoyed by royalty or noblemen during Joseon Dynasty. Really? I see. That's how it all started. That's how tteokbokki started. It used to be like royal food. 불닭 yakisoba flavored. Tried 간장 게장 버터 계란밥. 간장 게장 버터 계란밥 with a little 청양고추. It was so good. Okay. I guess it's not too different from just regular 간장 계란밥. Tyler, you're totally fluent in both English and Korean. You make it look so easy. Oh, thank you. I do what I can. I try my best. I'm actually not. I don't feel like I speak either language on a native level, but I do what I can. I pretend like I can, and I think it's kind of working. Sometimes. In Paris, I tried foie gras. I don't even know what that is. And escargot. I have no idea what those are. For the first time ever, the first one tasted a bit like cheese, and the second one reminded me of a sea snail. It reminded you of sea snails? You know, like from memory, what sea snails taste like? My gosh. Wait, sea snails? Oh, isn't that soda? Oh, and a tip: avoid Italian food in Paris. Oh, okay. Why is that? What would you not give to go back to the 90s? Yeah. Screen. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. It's cool, isn't it? I like this era. You like this era better? Really? 1900s. Wow, we're old. 1900s. Yep. The 1900s. 1990s. I like symptom. I love symptom. The best is 붕어찜. I have yet to try 붕어찜. Has everybody tried 붕어찜? Adding some mayo tastes makes it even better. So good. Oh, you mean the 불닭 flavored yakisoba, or the yakisoba flavored 불닭? It's so confusing. I served my military service in the 90s. Yeah, me too. Same here. The military, it was great. You know. I loved, well, I didn't really like the later part of my military service, but I loved like the first 6 weeks at boot camp. That was so fun. Oh, thank you again. Well, it wasn't like this for me. Like in the beginning, I was a complete wreck. I was like so nervous and scared to death, if I'm being honest. But I've been doing this for a really long time, so I've gotten used to it to an extent. Are you giving some? Do you have to go see your doctor and take some meds? Wish we had a kill switch for reality. Yeah. Recently, I heard Elon Musk use a very interesting phrase. He said, "It seems like reality is speeding up." And shit, I'm trying to remember what they were talking about. They were talking about all these crazy things happening in the world. And Elon Musk used the phrase, "It feels like reality is speeding up." Whatever that means. Whatever that means. You must miss 90s. Yeah, I missed the 90s. Many people say 90s was the golden era for Korean pop. I think it was like the best. I'm sure people older than me will probably say the same about the 80s and the 70s and everything, but yeah, generally speaking, I hear a lot of people saying that they missed the 90s. And I've even heard some Gen Zs say that they've never experienced the 90s, but they actually miss it. They miss an era that they've never experienced. I think that goes to show just how much stress they're under and just how lonely they are, because when they see these video clips of people and how they used to be in the 90s, people just look a lot happier, you know? Oh, this is it's, you know how on your phone when you're typing a message or when you're looking up something, there's this little microphone button and you just press that button and immediately picks up on what you're saying. It's the speech to text recognition. That's what it's doing. I just added that to this program. And so it's actually not that like super high tech or anything like that. I think looking so young rather than relies on the genetic. Yeah, I don't think it's like for example, whoever you're thinking of when you're thinking of someone who looks really good for their age, like I'm sure that if they were to not do those things, right, not do the things that make them look young, they would still look young. It wouldn't really matter. I mean, maybe it would make a little difference, of course, sure, but I don't think it would make like drastically a huge difference, right? I think people who tend to look younger for their age, they'll look younger for their age no matter what. I had 붕어빵s the other day. For some reason, why just 붕어빵 came to mind. 붕어빵. I haven't tried 붕어빵 this year yet. I'm not a huge fan of 붕어빵, I guess. 궁중 떡볶이. Everybody talking about 궁. Wow, a lot of chats. I'm really falling behind right now. It's hard to keep up with the chat. Oh, Country Kim is Insun Kim? Do you have some illness, if you don't mind me asking? I like the 90s too, Generation X. I think my generation was much happier and less worried than these. I think it's, well, there are a number of issues, I guess. But I think one of the biggest things is that Gen Z are lonely. Like the current generation. And not only Gen Zs, but the previous generations. I think people in general nowadays are just so lonely. And, you know, I guess it has to do with a lot of things. A lot of things play into that. But I'm betting that it's like the internet and social media that has a lot to do with it. It's the season for 붕어빵. They even sell it at Korea markets in the US. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Like, why wouldn't they, right? Of course. Okay, you should definitely try. Your American friends will... I don't have any American friends. Such fun. I don't... Believe it or not, I don't have any American friends. I wish I did. I don't. Even though the quality of life may be better now, I think the vibes of 90s was much more easygoing and plentiful than nowadays. I don't know. It's... I guess, like, everyone, when they reach a certain age, they feel the same way about when they were young. They all feel that, you know, things were much better when they were young than things are now. I guess this is something that all generations go through. But I don't know. It could be just that. But if I had to guess, I would guess that people were generally just happier. Because I think the statistics also tell that, because, you know, back in the day, like in the 80s and 90s, people used to have a lot more children, right? And my theory is that happy people have children. Happy people get married. Happy people get have children. And so something must be going wrong. That's a good question. A lot of things, probably. Those were the days. Back then, my kids were in junior school. Junior high? Red bean 붕어빵 is right up my alley. Let's try to catch up with some of the comments I missed. Foie gras. I've heard of that. Okay, never knew we could connect like this on YouTube. Makes me so happy. Oh, that's great. Okay. Julie, are you really a professor? What are you a professor of? Just curious. You don't have to answer that, but just curious. My son eat 불닭볶음면 sometimes, but I can't eat it. To 아들 because it's spicy. My son, but I can't eat it. Oh, okay. Your son enjoys it, but you don't. It's too spicy. Yeah, it's... I think 불닭볶음면 is... Yeah, it is really spicy, but it's not... I think I've only tried it once. I've got blood... you took a blood test once. You take a blood test once a month and get your meds renewed based on test results. Kind of hassle, but I've gotten a lot better this year. Oh, okay, I see. All right, hopefully it's nothing serious. Do I like seafoods? Sure. Who doesn't like seafoods? I guess those who are allergic. If you're allergic, I guess you don't like seafoods. Which one do you like? 붕어빵? Cream? Or oh, I don't like cream in any sort of bread. I don't know why. I definitely prefer red beans. I'm not like a huge fan of red beans, but I really don't mind them. Every day goes so fast than before. Yep, that's right. Time is relative, right? Did you serve in the military? You must have lived in Korea for quite a... Yeah, I've been in Korea since 1994. I've been in Korea since 1994. We call it 궁중. Oh, so people were talking about how tteokbokki used to be like royalty food. And the ones that are still, there's still a kind of tteokbokki. It's called 궁중 tteokbokki. Is it like, does it look really drastically different from regular tteokbokki? Let's see. 궁중. Wait, I'm looking it up right now. Tteokbokki. How do you spell tteokbokki? Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, I think I know. I think I haven't tried this. I can't believe I haven't tried it. Are they like super expensive? It kind of looks like Chinese food. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Chinese food. So this is what 궁중 tteokbokki looks like, right? Oh my gosh, look at the recipe. I'll never be making this. I'll just probably go to the supermarket and probably pick up like an instant version of it. If I'm ever curious to try. Looks like a lot of work. Looks like a lot of work. A lot of hassle. And not much food. And so much to clean up afterwards. And you have to use a chopstick? Okay. That's another like plus 10 hassle for me. I think it seems like more and more people prefer being alone. I think more people are afraid. We have created like there's more reason to be afraid of being judged and being labeled as some type of person. So like nowadays, when you do something or you say something, you're instantly labeled as something, right? Like you're either like politically one-sided, or you're a woman hater, you're a man hater, or like people have, I don't know why this became so severe. Like people have been doing this much more than before, like labeling names on you, right? And because of that sort of treatment, I think people are much more reluctant to express themselves freely, and they're much more reluctant to approach other people because of that sort of social labeling, right? And I think that's one of the reasons. That's for the kind. Thanks for the kind. Okay. Yeah, chopsticks. Chopsticks. I've heard the production of foie gras is getting decreased because the process of producing it is considered as animal abuse. Yeah, so they pretty much they just fill the duck's belly with beans and then they kill it, right? Sounds pretty violent to me. Royal tteokbokki isn't spicy at all. It tastes too plain for me. Yeah. It probably means spicy tteokbokki is just really bad for you. How do you relieve stress? I don't know how. I really don't. So like when I think about like what do I do when I'm under stress? I don't know. I guess I talk to my wife and I hug my dogs. Spend time with family. It really helps. Symptoms definitely took a toll on my body, but by the grace of God, I've gotten a lot better than last year. Okay, good to hear. Very good to hear. It's not really a lot, actually, if you think about it. Although we're not really doing anything specific, and I think most people don't really fancy that. Daylight saving time here, it feels like we have one more hour today. Wow. Do we don't have daylight saving in Korea, do we? I feel not easy to learn English because of another job. Because of another job? Because are you saying that you don't have enough time to put in to studying English? I remember having kunjin. Yeah. Can't eat foie gras. I don't know if I've ever tried that. It kind of scares me. Same with frog meat. Yeah, I don't think I've ever tried frog meat. Are you talking about like 개구리 chip? I used to live in this place called Dongducheon, and when you drive around the neighborhood, you would often see these like banners on the street of people selling like 개구리 chip. I guess that means like frog. I don't know. It's like frog juice, right? It's so disgusting. Why would anybody eat frog juice? I think the political bipolarization is one of the main reasons of increasing the number of women haters and man haters. It certainly is. And it's not just a thing in Korea. It's a thing in worldwide. The same thing is happening in the US. Yeah. I think hugging a dog and smelling their scent is one of the best ways to unwind stress. Yeah, I think it is. I wonder if the phenomenon of easily defining and distinguishing people is limited to Korea. No, definitely not just a thing in Korea. It's a thing it's a thing worldwide. It's gotten much worse. Yeah. 식용 개구리 tastes like chicken? Really? What breed of dog do you have? I have 2 dogs. One is a retriever and one is an Italian greyhound. What about you? Do you have any dogs? I really want to learn English, but I spent my time to earn money. Okay. Well, simplifying, something that I want to recommend is instead of trying to find extra time to study English, I want you to think of it as doing some of the things. So, like yeah, sure, of course, you work probably like many hours in the day, right? But you still spend a little bit of time browsing the internet, just browsing, just scrolling through social media, watching YouTube videos, watching some Netflix or some movie while eating, right? You still do a little bit of these, right? You have to find a way to do a little bit of those in English instead of in Korean. Okay? The little red lights in the back. Oh, I did that for you. I specifically did that for you. Do you like it? Yeah? That's good. There was daylight saving time called Korea time in Korea for a few years in the late 80s, but when I was young, Oh, when you were young, okay. But it disappeared soon, as far as I remember. I see. So we used to have something similar to daylight saving. It was called summertime in Korea. I see. In the late 80s. Okay. Watching dogs is good enough for me. Oh, just watching dogs do their thing. I can handle the taste of frog. You can. But the shape of its leg kind of scares me. Yeah. Oh no. I'm not saying you should find extra time. Since it's really hard to find extra time, and that's the same for everybody. It's almost impossible to find extra time. Our lives, your lives are already it's running at max capacity, right? You don't have, like, nobody really has extra time unless you're super rich, right? And so you have to find a way to do the things you are already doing in English. Yeah. Could I show you the light closer? Okay. Why do I have the light flashing? Because it makes me look like I'm doing something important. And, you know, I like to make myself look like I'm doing something important. You know, like when I have like lights flashing over there, people are thinking, "Wow, oh, he must be doing something important back there." You know, he must be yeah. That's why. Oh, Ding Dong 님. I'm sorry. I couldn't finish saying your name without laughing. That's very good, Ding Dong. Can I just call you Didi? I'm gonna call you Didi, okay? That's good to know, Didi. No, Didi is a real name. It's a legit name, Didi. Didi. It's a legit name. Oh, wait, is this the wrong spelling? I don't know the spelling. It's a legit name though. Yeah, I have 2 of them. JC. Do you like it? I also want to do something that makes me feel like I'm doing something important. Yeah. I guess we all do that a little bit, right? Puff Diddy. No, not that. Not Diddy. Didi. Didi, not Diddy. See? Here? Didi, not Didi. Sorry, not Diddy, but Didi. See, it's different. I wish I had a decent desk. I think my shabby desk is the only factor of my low productivity, but I'm broke. You know, you could probably find a good deal at one of those used furniture places. I know I got one of my desks. It's in my office. I got one of the desks at a used furniture place. Get a noisy keyboard. Makes you look busy working. Makes you look busy. Yeah, like you're doing something important. On it. My kids fell asleep early today. I put my kids to bed early tonight. Kids to sleep. Put my kids to sleep. 재우다. Fell asleep is 잠들었다. 잠들었다. 재웠다. The weather is definitely getting much colder. Definitely. Definitely means just, you know, 확실히 많이 추워지고 있다. The forecast says we'll go up to 까지 올라가다 up to 18-19 degrees next week, and that's way too warm for November. 11월 치고 I have to pack my stuff for my business trip to Indonesia, but it's kind of a hassle. When are you leaving? 청축할축. I didn't expect this stream tonight. Last night we had streaming with games so interesting. I'm so glad I can have this time. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that game. I think it's going to be interesting. Oh, a lot of buffering? Okay, I guess no game tonight then. I guess that depends on whether... Ooh, this is kind of hard. 우울증 is a medical condition or just a symptom. 수족냉증이 건강 문제인지 아니면 그냥 인지에 따라 I guess 다를 것 같다. Especially when you consider the humidity that comes with the heat. 더위를 동반하는 더위와 동반하는? 동반이면 벌써 함께잖아. 더위를 동반하는. 습기 아닌가? 더위가 습기를 동반하는 건가? 습기가 더위를 동반하는 습기. Anyway, the humidity that comes with the heat. That means they come hand in hand. The summer we had this year, 올해 여름. We had 올해 여름. Yeah. As much as I hate cold weather and shoveling snow, I think okay. So as much as. So this is like saying. 여기서 all as much as는요. Although랑 거의 똑같아요. Although. 그래서 무슨 얘기냐면 추운 날씨와 눈을 퍼? 눈을 쓸어? Shoveling? Technically shoveling is 삽질. 눈을 퍼다 달라? 눈 쓰는 이는 정말 싫지만 그래도 겨울이 낫다고 해야 할 듯. So, whoops. Oh shit. As much as는 although랑 거의 같은 거예요. 비록 이렇고 저렇지만 비록 비록 싫지만 It's like this. 비록 어떻지만 As much as I hate cold weather and shoveling snow, I think I have to say that I prefer winter. 눈 치우는 거. Yeah. 치우는. Yes, that's right. It's life-threatening. 생명의 위협을 가하는. Yeah, so the heat and the cold in Korea, they are life-threatening, right? Let me see if I can find it. 한번 찾아볼게. 완전 공감. I couldn't agree with you more. I did sleep well, but I just didn't get enough sleep. Okay, so sleep well. Quality of sleep. Get enough sleep is about the amount of sleep. Sleep well. Get enough sleep. I think I got about 4 or 5. It's strengthen. What is strengthen in Korean? 강화? Strengthen. 강화시키다. 강화시켜. It's right. Don't worry about it. Went on a quick trip to go on a quick trip to go on a quick trip to usually just go on a trip to I don't know somewhere close like China, Japan, I don't know, like Gangneung, places like that. Go make a quick trip to the convenience store. Bathroom. 어떻게 하는 실수를 저질러 버리다. Made the mistake of ing. Another example is I made the mistake of 어떤 실수를 또 하죠 우리가? What kind of mistakes do we make? 이게 I accidentally 랑 뭐가 다른지를 잠깐 보여드릴게요. Calling his name wrong. Okay, yeah, that works too. I accidentally farted. Okay. I can just imagine YG just a big smile on his face right now. I accidentally farted during the interview. Okay. accidentally 어떻게 하는 거는 그냥 단순 실수예요. 단순 실수. 근데 이거는 약간 바보같이 어떻게 했다. 이런 느낌으로 얘기할 때 그러니까 스스로 좀 더 judging을 하는 거예요. 아, 바보 내가 왜 그랬지? 약간 이런 거 있죠. 근데 이건 진짜 말 그대로 실수로 어떻게 한 거. 이거는 바보같이 내가 내가 바보같이 그걸 안 챙긴 거지. 이런 식으로 얘기할 때 I made the mistake of. Okay. So they are both usually they are both referring to mistakes, something you regret, but this is more judgmental. It's more like you're judging yourself, right? 어떤 실수를 저질렀다. 이런 느낌으로 얘기하는 거야. I made the mistake of not taking my umbrella with me this morning. Yeah. 왜 이런 거 있잖아요. 그런 맥락에 어울리는 것들이 있어요. 예를 들어서 뭐 made the mistake of giving her my real phone number. 뭐 예를 들어서요. I made the mistake of telling them how I really felt. 왜 그럴 때 있잖아. 아 바보 내가 왜 그랬지? 이런 느낌의 것에 대해서 얘기할 때 이 표현이 잘 어울려요. 다른 관점에서 보면은 내가 더 조심할 걸. 아 조금 더 생각을 더 잘하고 할 걸. 이런 식의 그런 후회일 때. 근데 farting 뭐 좀 더 좀 더 생각하고 할 게 뭐가 있어요, you know? It's just your body trying to communicate, right? 바보 왜 끼었지? 왜 끼겠냐? 나오는 걸 어떻게 해? What's so funny? I always make mistake of reading as 3 o'clock. Oh, okay. That's more, it's not really like a mistake, right? It's just like a confusing. You always confuse 1300 as 3 o'clock. Yeah. I always assumed. 사실 assumed는 좀 이해하기가 어려운 건데 저도 잘 이해를 못하고 있는 것 같아요. 그냥 습관적으로 쓰는 거지. thought는 그러니까 좀 더 추측성이네. thought는 그냥 그렇게 알고 있던 거고 I always thought는 그냥 그렇게 항상 생각했던 거고 assumed는 그러겠거니 하고 추정했었다라는 얘기예요. 오케이? 근데 사실 assumed 대신에 thought를 쓴다고 이상한 건 아니에요. 뭐 거의 모든 맥락에서 다 통해요. 의미는. I always thought. 여기서 똑같아요. I always thought that gator in neck gator had something to do with alligators. 근데 assumed는 그냥 어떤 증거나 그런 거 단서 없이 그냥 뭐 이런 거지 않을까? 라고 이렇게 그냥 마음대로 생각하는 거 있죠. 마음대로 생각하는 거. 그러네. assume은 약간 마음대로 생각하는 거예요. 마음대로 어떤 이런 거겠지 하고 마음대로 생각하는 거. 근거 없이 마음대로 어떤 결론을 내는 거. Figured. I always figured that gator. 네, figured는 조금 그 계산하에서 이루어지는 어떤 그런 생각. Yeah. 오케이. 어쨌든 자, 여기서 이제 봐야 될 게 이 부분이에요. Neck gator had something to do with alligators. 좀 더 단순하게 만들어서 I thought neck gator had something to do with alligators. Had something to do with. What? Oh. Okay. I thought neck gator had something to do with alligators. 한마디로 neck gator라는 게 악어랑 뭔가 관련이 있는 줄 알았다라는 얘기예요. 뭔가 관련이 있는 줄 알았다. I thought neck gators had something to do with alligators. Okay? 연관성에 대한 얘기예요. 연관성. had 뭐가 있다, something 무엇, to do 이 to do가 약간 이런 거라고 생각하셔도 돼요. had something related to. 약간 이거랑 비슷한 건데 딱 그런 건 아니고요. So 그냥 이렇게 보통 말을 많이 해요. So A has something to do with B라고 하면은 뭔가 관련성이 있다라는 거예요. 연관성이 있다. I make very good use of. 중요한 표현이에요. 쓸 일이 많아요. Make good use of. 무엇을 잘 활용하다. 써먹다. 써먹어? 써서 먹어? 써먹어? 써먹다. 네, 딱 느낌 비슷한 것 같아요. 써먹는다. 아주 잘 써먹는다. 나 직장에서 제미나이 아주 잘 써먹고 있어. A specific use case. 복수였구나. Specific use cases. 좀 어려운 말처럼 느껴지겠지만 구체적인 활용 사례? 활용 케이스? 안 돼. 활용 사례? 맞나? Yeah, 구체적인 활용 사례 is good. That might have something to do with it. 그것이 뭔가 관련성은 있을진 몰라도 might잖아요. 그러니까 그럴진 몰라도 but I don't know if that determines. 그게 그거를 결정하는지는 모르겠다. 이 determine이라는 말 좀 어렵게 느껴지겠지만 언젠가는 알아야 돼요. So if you say A determines B, 이건 아마 본 채널에 계신 분들도 아주 잘 you're probably not very familiar with this word. It's like A는 B를 결정짓는다. 결정짓다. 이게 한 단어인가? 결정짓다? 아무튼 그런 얘기예요. A determines B라고 하면은 A는 B를 결정짓는다. 즉 B는 A에 의해서 결정이 된다라는 거죠. 그래서 뭐에 대해서 얘기를 하고 있었더라? 영어가 왜 아까 누가 무슨 lingua 뭐 이런 얘기 하셨는데 그게 뭔지는 모르겠지만 그게 연관성은 있어도 그거에 의해서 결정이 되는 건지는 난 잘 모르겠다 라는 얘기를 했었던 것 같아요. What's a lingua qua? I put my anxiety to good use. 이거 좀 어려우니까 넘어가고요. Stumbled upon. 이거는 그냥 굉장히 평소에 많이 쓰는 표현이에요. 그냥 어쩌다가 보게 된 거를 얘기를 할 때 우연히 본 거 있죠. 우연히 보거나 우연히 보통 뭔가를 보는 거예요. 우연히 뭔가를 보게 되는 거. Stumble upon. Okay? Stumble upon. So I stumbled upon an article the other day. 며칠 전에 the other day. 이것도 중요한 시간 표현인데 정말 자주 써요. 이게 대략적으로 얘기를 하면 그냥 며칠 전인데 구체적으로 그래 잠깐 며칠 전? 그러면 3일 전이야? 4일 전? It doesn't matter. Right? It's not important. Just the other day. Okay? 왜 한국어에서 며칠 전이라고 하잖아요. 그게 정확히 3일 전인지 4일 전인지 we don't know. It doesn't matter. That's not important. So the other day. I stumbled upon an article the other day. 며칠 전에 어떤 기사를 우연히 봤는데 이렇게 말을 시작할 수 있으면 참 좋겠죠? So try to say this, okay? Force myself to do this. Makes his own hours. 뭐 중요한 표현은 아니지만 he makes his own hours means that he decides when and how long he works. So basically he decides his own work schedule. 그렇게 써놓는 게 낫겠다. His own work schedule. Kids tend not to. 좀 어렵게 느껴질 수 있는 말이지만 어떻게 하는 경향이 있으면 어떻게 하지 않는 경향도 있을 거 아니에요, 그렇죠? So A tends to, 뭐 어떻게 하다, 그렇죠? 하면은 A는 어떻게 하는 경향이 있다, 성향이 있다란 얘긴데 반대로 A tends not to 라고 하면은 A tends not to라고 하면은 not to 하다라고 하면은 A는 어떻게 하지 않는 그쵸? 성향이 있다란 얘기겠죠. 무슨 얘기였죠? So kids tend not to like vegetables. 아이들은 야채를 안 좋아하는 경향이 있는 거죠. 그쵸? 어떻게 하지 않는, 안 좋아하는, 그쵸? tend not to like. Kids tend not to like vegetables. 야채를 안 좋아하는 경향이 있고 and a lot of parents have trouble getting them to eat them. Have a lot of trouble. 힘들어한다. 그걸 먹게 하느라고 힘들어한다. 많은 부모들이. I don't know anything about babies or pudding. I don't know anything about. 뭐에 대해서는 아무것도 모르. 뭐 이건 어려운 거 아니죠? 이런 것도 은근히 좀 우리가 신경 써서 익숙하게 만들어 놓지 않으면 안 튀어나와요. Okay? So my son was exactly like that. 우리 아들도 딱 그랬어 라는 얘기죠. 우리 아들도 어렸을 때 딱 그랬어. 그쵸? My son was exactly like that when he was little. It took him 2 to 3 hours to fall asleep. It's a cultural thing. 문화적인 거야. Dos tacos. Do you guys like dos tacos? I'm suddenly craving dos tacos. Dos tacos. Dos tacos. Menu. Burrito. The one with the shrimp. Shrimp and potatoes. Yeah. Shrimp and potatoes. Oh my gosh. Let's check out some blogs. Just get the burrito. Because you can eat with your hands. You just need one dish. You know, you don't even need a dish. No dish required. Just your hands. Right? You have your hands and that's enough. And after you're done, just and throw it in the trash. And you're done. No cleanup, right? No cleanup required. No dishwashing, none of that shit. Just eat and throw it away. And you're done. Anyway. I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. 이런 것도 거의 그냥 외워서 쓰면 좋아요. 난 아마 probably 구분하지 못할 거야. 못할 거다. 나 아마 구분 못할 거다. 못할 거다. 난 아마 구분 못할 거다. IK님 took a screenshot of me. Is that me? Is that me when I was talking about those tacos? Wow, so specific. Wow, 엄청 구체적이네요. I think someone was talking about this was the one when I was this is what I said when someone mentioned 불닭볶음면 yakisoba flavor. And I said, wow, so specific. Whatever that means. Do you guys know what this means? 무슨 뜻이죠? Oh, sorry. Yeah, so what does this mean? Whatever that means. Whatever that means. 어떤 얘기를 한 다음에 whatever that means. Okay, that's correct. 맞긴 한데 그게 맞긴 하거든요. 가네가 맞긴 한데 그거를 자연스럽게 한국어로 옮기면은 그게 자연스럽게 한국어로 옮기면은 모든 가네는 아니에요. 모든 아니에요. 그게 무슨 뜻인지는 모르지만이에요. 아까 이 얘기가 왜 나왔지? I'm not really sure. This, practically speaking, this means I don't know what that means. Okay. 그게 다다. That's it. That is it. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to remember what it was we were talking about. Not really sure. Your eyes are getting heavy. Yeah. Okay. So we've already been doing this for over 2 hours. So I think we should just call it a night. Yeah. Something I was surprised in America was that nobody recycled. They just put all trash together and threw it away at once. Yeah. I think that's how they do it in most places. I don't know. It's been such a long time since I was in the US, so. It's really interesting, whatever that means. 보통 어떤 얘기를 그러니까 I'll give you an example. 제가 예를 하나 들어. I don't know if I can come up with a good example. 좋은 예를 제가 찾을 수 있을지 모르겠는데. What is a good example? I don't know what that means. 그거는 말 그대로 나는 그게 무슨 뜻인지 모른다라는 말이고요. 이거는 보통 어떤 맥락에서 쓰이냐면 제가 최근에 일론 머스크가 어떤 팟캐스트에서 인터뷰한 걸 들었는데 이 다음에 있을 테슬라 트럭 뭔지 아시죠? 테슬라 트럭을 공개하는 그 이벤트에 대해서 얘기를 하면서 he said that it has the potential of being the most shocking product reveal ever. Whatever that means. 뭐 이런 식의 얘기예요. 이런 식으로 쓰는 말이에요. 보세요. He said that 그가 that 이하를 얘기했다. It has the potential 잠재력을 가지고 있대요. Of being the most shocking product reveal ever. 가장 충격적인 제품 reveal 뭐지? 발표? 제품 발표? 제품 공개, 그쵸? 제품 공개, 가장 쇼킹한 제품 공개 이벤트가 될 잠재력을 가지고 있다라고 얘기를 했어요. 출시인가요? 리뷰어가? 리뷰? 출시? 오케이. 뭐 어쨌든 대충 무슨 얘기인지 알겠죠? 잠깐만. 아니, 가장 쇼킹한 건 쇼킹한 건데 쇼킹할 수 있는 잠재력을 가지고 있다고? 이게 정확히 무슨 얘기인지 알 수는 그럴 때 쓰는 말이에요. Whatever that means. 딱 그런 느낌을 쓰는 거예요. He said that it has the potential of being the most shocking product reveal event ever. Whatever that means. If that makes sense? 아, 근데 if that makes sense는 말하는 나는 그게 뭔지는 알아야 돼요. 근데 그게 이제 전달이 잘 됐는지 모르겠다라는 거고요. 맨 마지막에 if that makes sense라고 붙이는 것은 말 끝에 if that makes sense를 붙이는 것은 내가 한 얘기가 전달이 잘 됐는지 확실하지 않을 때 whatever that means는 나조차도 그게 정확히 무슨 얘기인지 모르겠는 거예요. 여기에 좀 더 내용을 추가하면 좀 더 와닿을 것 같거든요. 이 제가 본 팟캐스트에서 일론 머스크가 shocking이라고 했는데 그게 in both good ways and bad ways라고 했어요. In both good ways and bad ways. What does that mean? 쇼킹한데 그게 좋은 방향과 안 좋은 방향 둘 다 쇼킹할 거라고 얘기했거든요. So what the hell does that mean? And so, yeah, whatever that means. 어쨌든 그렇게 얘기를 하긴 했어요. 난 정확히 무슨 뜻인지 모르겠지만 whatever that means. If that makes sense는 내가 지금 내 말이 제대로 전달됐는지는 모르겠다라는 거예요. Okay. The requirements of a good wife, whatever that means, whatever that is, whatever that may be, 무슨 맥락에서 쓰느냐에 따라서 조금씩 변형은 있을 수도 있어요. Yeah. Well, we know it's going to be a Cybertruck, right? The Tesla Cyber. We know it's going to be the Tesla Cybertruck. So we do know what the product is. We just don't know what we're going to see at the product reveal event. 그러면서 뭐 그런 얘기 하던데. 뭐 진짜 그 거기에 들어간 기술력이 아마 사람들이 한번 보면 못 믿을 거다. 뭐 그런 얘기. I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to manipulate the stock prices or something. I don't know. Okay. All right, it's okay. All right, that's it, guys. That's it. Let's copy paste this. Over here. 맞다. Okay, thank you guys for tuning in and spending all this time with me. I hope you got something out of this. I hope it was at the very least enjoyable. And remember, it's not really about learning specific things, but just spending time using English, right? So, all right. Have a great rest of your night, and I hope I can see you all very soon in a future live stream or in a future lesson video. Take care, guys. Take care.